we just saw a video of our good old Detroit family, right? I don't know. It's a gentleman that's in Detroit, right?
We think he's in Detroit.
We think he's in Detroit at least. And he is not the greatest shooter of all time. He's not your Steph Curry.
A three-point shootout.
Push that shit. Push that hard.
10 seconds.
Oh, hell, man. Oh!
Yeah.
He actually missed. Did we count how many shots he misses in a row? Did we
It's
count?
got to be at least 15.
He misses 15 shots in a row, right? Just like from a 3-point rack, he's just shooting them, misses about 15 in a row, finally sinks the last one. And this is the story, the 2x2. It's a story of perseverance, right? What's your take on this?
Well, you know, this, ladies and gentlemen, family members, TGL folks, guys, this is why we love the city of Detroit. Okay. This is why Detroit, not Dallas, the Detroit Lions, the Detroit Pistons, right? Not Dallas Cowboys, right? Is America's team. Because as a city, as a whole city, they embody what America really is about. And that is perseverance, right? 15 straight shots. It might even be more, ladies and gentlemen. And the man keeps on shooting. The elbows all here. The elbows all here. I was never a baller, but goodness gracious, I know you got to tuck that elbow a little bit, man. But he didn't care. Right? He kept on going. Did he look like a fool? Yes, he did. But you know what? Perseverance, man. And you know what happened, ladies and gentlemen? You know what happened? My man kept going and he hit. Not just that he hit, it was all net. I heard the swoosh all the way over here in LA. I heard it. I felt it, right? The money ball, right? The money ball, he hit it. And this is what you should be showing your kids, right? You may fail every single time. You may fail 1 to 100, but 101, take your shot. Take your shot. Do the thing that you're willing to do. Do not fold up because people are looking at you and say, why is this man missing 15 shots and he's still shooting? Keep shooting. And look at Detroit for this example, because this is why we love Detroit. Shout out Detroit. And shout out Uncle Jalen. Uncle Jalen, we're coming to visit you. Jalen Rose Leadership Academy. Guys, hey, remember, right? If you can see on here, we got the shirts. The shirts are coming. The shirts are coming. And we're going to go ahead and make a donation out there to Jalen Rose Leadership Academy to go ahead and support the awesome students in Detroit, because Detroit is what America is all about.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, Coach. That's a great that was a great motivational, inspirational message that you gave to the people there. Some of it is true. Some of it is true. Some of it is not.
Man.
Some of it is not. Now, listen, as a fellow hooper to this gentleman, right? For this gentleman, let me just say his form is completely off. It would behoove him to just go take some lessons, get somebody to just talk about the elbow, right? The elbow. That's all he needs, right? He's got to get that elbow in, right? And the follow through. That's it. But outside of that, you're right. The perseverance of this gentleman is huge. It's huge. How many of us can say we take 10 to 15 losses, misses, right? And we come back around and say, you know what? Number 16 is the one. How many of us say that? Not many of us. So kudos to this gentleman from the great city of Detroit for actually continuing to push through. But as a fellow hooper, he needs some work. He needs to really get in the gym a little bit more. And from one former athlete, or continued athlete, you want to start closer to the basket, not further away. He's a guy that probably should start with some layups. He should probably then work his way back to maybe a free throw and then pull himself back to that 3-point line. Not everyone is Steph Curry. Matter of fact, no one is, and especially this gentleman. but we applaud his heart. We applaud his heart. So shout out to the Hoopers in Detroit.
But you see, this is let's not overlook the true lesson here. Okay, let's not overlook the true lesson here, which is you can be in the stands commentating, or you can be on the court getting your game right like he was. Right? You can be in the stands chirping, oh my God, he's such a bad shooter. Oh my God, he's terrible. Right? Or you can get on the court and start playing. Nothing happens in the stands. In the stands, people are watching. They're drinking, high noon, right? They're eating popcorn and hot dogs on the court. That's where the game is, right? And that's where the real players are. And that's where he was working on his game, by the way. It's ugly now, but I'll bet you anything, it's going to be better.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Good Life.
If you enjoy this episode, please take a moment to subscribe and like our channel.
If you have any feedback or suggestions for future episodes, please leave us a comment down below.
If you're listening to the podcast audio version, we appreciate you just as much. Thank you for tuning into the Good Life show.
We believe that everyone has the potential to live their best life, and we hope our show helps you get that one step closer to achieving your goal.
If you know someone who would benefit from our show, please share it with them, and thank you for your continued support.
That's it for another week's episode here on The Good Life. We'll see you next week for another inspiring conversation.